Good evening, good evening. Ooh. Hi Victoria, how's it going? All good, how are you doing? I'm doing alright, yeah. Hey, we're here in the new I'm glad you're doing well, Victoria. Um Here in the new office. Not the new office, my old office. Um yeah, the old yellow was like a sludgy brown. I think I have a whoa. Um Actually I don't know if uh, that's the old yellow. Um Still lurking. Need to do the grills still. Um and hi Patricia, welcome in. But yeah, good to. I'm stoked that there's no window behind me. Um, it's just like blocking all the light from any which way. That's what I'm excited about. I got natural light over here from a window, which is always great. Big fan of windows. And then I've got my light here. No backlight. How about it? And the painting itself, I haven't painted in a long time actually. Uh, the water damage, I got some stain blocker, thinking it would like magic eraser the water damage. But it was, I don't know. It's still, I think like if you really stare, you can still see it. It wasn't quite full coverage, but what can you do? Um, Otherwise, yeah, happy to be back in here, and not be crammed in the old in my bedroom, and I can show the full scene because it's not all my laundry. Um, at least most of my laundry is hidden away. Um, and to be fair, I thought I would get a little more, um, like the whole like uh, work life separation thing. People say never work in your bedroom. Um, but to be fair, I don't think I had any trouble anyway with the whole uh, wood. Sorry, I was about to type wood and then I just said wood. With the whole the separation thing, I thought I would struggle to but I guess it was a bit like uni. You stop working and then you just roll into bed. And I was going to stream on Tuesday, but was painting. We sort of started the tidy up, the preparations on Friday, and then painted through the weekend, and then there was still Monday was the big everything everything back in. So I was up pretty late bringing everything back in, and then Tuesday I was working on Tuesday, but I just felt I just felt totally out of it. I don't know why. Um, I'm sure I had one of these as a kid. I wonder where it is now. Let's get. Oh, and the only reason I've moved on this side. Oh, maybe I should be on the other side. Ah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm sitting in a slightly different contortioning slightly differently. Let's have a look. Let's go get the music up. But yeah, how were people's weekends? It was really sunny here. It's actually literally just started raining for the first time in a while. I can't believe I'm sat here in a t-shirt, to be honest. It's been gorgeous weather, and I think it's set to carry on. Oh, well, that's what I'm in at the moment. 15 though, that's not too bad. It's looking a little more March appropriate. The birds are loud? No more birds. One stone. My mute button. But it's okay. I was about to play the music. I realized I think I was playing the music too quiet, so I was overcompensating with the birds. Sorry about that. Spring is approaching, not by the looks of it. I hope I'm hopeful. I feel like this year could be the year we get a nice warm spring. The birds kind of give me a headache after a little while, so I like to have them for the intro. I'll put on the music I have legal rights to. I think that's okay. This is what I was doing today. I'm gonna do an animation, I think. I don't know if I should do it on stream. I don't know if people would be interested in me animating, redrawing the same thing over and over again. But I think it would be nice to get an animation of this opening for something upcoming. But for another time. Hi, Henan Renan in YouTube chat. You changed your name so as to not dox yourself? Had a hunch. There's only really one YouTube chatter. Had a hunch. How's it going? Sticking with the evening streams, I am quite enjoying just taking like an hour easy in the middle of the afternoon in preparation for streaming long into the night. I quite like this guy. I'm wondering if I could... Oh, he's gone. There he is. I'm wondering if we could get... Ooh. T-shirt, no sweater. The times are changing. Sporting a grey sweater, my sweater. Evidently, this lad has. I haven't felt the need to put one on. I think I am acclimatized. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little chilly. I can feel it in my toes, but my upper body is keeping me going. Good to know it's grey though. A lot of colour options when it comes to sweaters. I used to have a frog one as well. If I do frog, remember getting them as a Christmas present. It was this. I'm sure it was this. You could fit almost nothing in this. Did they show you it open? Yeah. I don't know what you would keep in it. Show background rug. This is a pillow my mum got me years ago. It's always just sound. This is where Rachel works when she's here. This is her desk. It kind of folds up. That goes up, and then there's like a little clip, which we do from time to time for sweeping. Or I think because when the beds, because these are guest beds. But yeah, but I've always just had it rotated for the stream because adds a bit of visual intrigue. Yeah, I don't know what you would store in this frog. I remember always being a bit disappointed with the frog because I guess you could put a ring, but I feel like it was kind of obvious as a kid. I was like, you'd look at this and think it had a compartment inside. Like it's not too big a secret. Whereas maybe the fish was less obvious. Maybe. I'm wondering if the best, maybe what I'll do is I'll get the, if I get this shape, it needs machine milling so that the gaps between the parts are seamless. Do you know about machine milling? Is that true? Do you think it wasn't milled properly? I've always liked the idea of that as a kid, though, having a little like secret. Didn't everybody want that as a kid? Like, this will look like a fish, I swear. Didn't everyone want that as a kid, like a little secret hideaway room or something, or I don't know. Sucker for short form, satisfying videos. They're always water cutting steel. Water cutting steel. Can you do that? Well, evidently. Whoa! Don't know what I just clicked. That's just water, is it? Oh, but is it more like it's not like cutting through a slab of steel, it's like making an imprint, I'm guessing. Like this part on the right isn't about to just fall off. Or is it? Oh, it is, isn't it? Is it? There's so much anticipation. It is! They went the whole way through! What? That can't be right. Wow. Who's that? Okay. Well, I thought maybe it was just like doing a little bit of writing. Putting a name in there or something. These kind of videos are not good for intrusive thoughts. What would you think? Oh, but putting your finger in the water? I feel like it would just get a bit wet, but how's it cutting through steel? I guess it's just so much pressure. I think our human brains just can't, literally can't comprehend that amount of water pressure. At least I can't. Maybe it'd feel really cool though, like you'd finally know what it felt like. That or absolutely agonizing pain, one or the other. Is there a YouTube channel? Will it water cut? Hang on, pros and cons of water cutting steel. Water cutting, a primary limitation, slower cutting speed. The opposing challenge, however, compensating drawback lies in the precision of water cutting. Consistently delivers. Less heat. Did not overheat. Provides faster transition time from drawing to cutting. Faster cutting speed. Well, that goes against what we just read. Does not generate heat. It must generate some heat. The material melts. So why wouldn't you? We should be water cutting everything. I'm going to write to my MP. I think it's the way forward. So the plan is I'm going to draw this and then I'm going to kind of do a little oopsie-oo. A little whoopsie-doo, and then it's going to be 3D in theory. That's the plan anyway. That looked kind of cool actually. I've lost it in my undo. But yeah, I think that the tail kind of exaggerates slightly, so I might not need to worry too much about the shape of the tail. Like I'm not quite getting it yet. What are some other things you could cut with water? Irony? Silence? I think I'm going to go for a rounder face though than our counterpart. There does need to be a dorsal fin. That looks pretty cool. Okay. Proof of concept. Actually, non-destructive, folks. Remember to keep it non-destructive. Save a layer first. It's not non-destructive. Okay. And then join it up. I'm also thinking about oats. Could you water cut oats? Because you get steel cut oats. You know? I'm wondering if we're losing the fishiness a little bit. Did you change the Switch icon? Good question. Actually, I need to. Still need to ask about that. I don't know how easy it is to change. I think we've had this issue before where it's like tied to the version or something. I'm not sure. So it like resets every time we push a patch. I could be wrong. Again, I don't really deal with that side of things. Because I think it's all kind of store side stuff, even though it's kind of the game application. Like I send over a bunch of assets and then what's done is done. Maybe I'll keep the angle a little lower. It looks like those little fish you get from a cracker. Yeah, true. Fortune fish? These are a top tier cracker item. I always like this. I like the design. I feel like you could throw it away and not feel guilty, you know, because it's just a very thin piece of acetate. That's a really big one. I'm trying to think. That's top tier. Below that, you got the mustache comb, which I remember one Christmas when I had a mustache. You know, I had a couple beers, and I just spent the rest of Christmas just gently brushing my mustache. It was it was quite good. I feel like that's what Christmas is all about. So I rate that. I'm trying to think of a bad one. I just haven't. My family hates crackers, so we don't. Well, my dad hates crackers, so we don't have them too often. I think he hates those little hats you get, the little paper. Little paper hats. I always like getting the comb, fake moustache. Oh yeah, you get, but then it's meant to like, you get this little bit of plastic in your nose. No one wants that. No one wants that. Christmas cracker gifts. I'm not recognizing any of these. Deck of cards, maybe. Oh, would you get a magic trick? Was there something like two little metal things, and you had to learn how to pull them apart? Something like that. I feel like am I going crazy? None of these are like standard. Oh yeah, an absolute classic. That the yellow skeleton fish. Are these stuff you make yourself? I don't know. What's going on? Oh, the glasses repair kit. What a classic that is. God. You knew Christmas was going right if you got the glasses repair kit. £2, I think, is generous. I think the present itself. What do you get? You get the joke. It's going to be less than a penny to print. You got the hat. It's going to be maybe 2p to produce. The cracker itself, 10p, maybe. Let's get these wood coloured. Just bring the music down a bit there. Enjoy your stir fry. It's a classic UK midweek meal. The stir fry. Is it a Christmas tradition? How does everyone work? How does it work? Everyone has to get a kit to share. Yeah, I always forget because we have some Ukrainians over for Christmas, the last couple of Christmases, and it was completely new to them, and I had this appreciation for that I think it's a weird UK thing. Christmas cracker, but yeah, essentially you cross arms around the table, you pull it, and then I think it's a little bit like a wishbone. I think the person who ends up with the cracker, it doesn't split like this. I don't know. This is a bad drawing. It splits kind of, or like this. It splits at one of the handles, so someone ends up with more or less. But then usually you share it out, and then yeah, it'll have a bad joke, usually poorly translated, that doesn't make any sense. It'll have a hat, yeah, a hat like this that usually fits a little better. Why does this exist? They've just drawn them on their heads. Yeah, it looks like this. And then a toy, I think that's it. Oh, and it goes pop, of course. It cracks. It does a big, does a big loud bang. I don't think there's any confetti or anything, though. It just makes a loud bang. This is the classic. Everyone's dozing off. They've got their little micron thin, multicolored paper hats on. And they've had one too many glasses of wine. Although I think it's recommended you go on the Christmas walk to shake off the classic Christmas lethargy. But anyway, yeah, I think I mean, we have done it since I was a kid. Maybe it is just a UK thing, I'm not sure. But now you know. But yeah, I think the combination of the bad joke, the bad hat, and the bad toy, I think sort of they're a little bit kind of they're not like markers of fine taste. I think around a posher Christmas dinner you might not find them, but they're a bit of fun, I suppose. You definitely can get posh ones though, and they have like really really fancy toys that probably cost a £5 or something, but obviously you need to shell out. I wonder if I could do like a midway color. Actually, if I do, if I do this and then 50% that. Oh no, I can't do that. I can do this though. Okay. Just wondering if I can get it to look slightly more like it's blending in a bit. Maybe not. Oh, it helps a little bit. I wonder if making it a lighter colour would. Do some indentations while I think about it. Hmm. Neighbour's dog is going crazy. I think, yeah, I'm going to need to be a little bit savvy. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to sort of suggest. I suppose I could go even lighter. Where would it go? Definitely benefits from that line, although I'll need to figure it out in due time. Giving it some imperfections is going to help too. Ooh. And yeah, the plan is eventually that this front part I'll need to actually separate. Ooh, separate now. I suppose this would be attached as well. This that'll lift off. So what I can actually do is copy that. It's kind of like that. Or would it be a? I'm trying to think. Would you open the fish from the middle point? You wouldn't just take off a cover. It would at least be thicker than this. Looks sort of quite thin. Although that can be a separate layer. Something like that. But then, yeah, it wouldn't move with the. Hang on. Is that? Oh, that's that. Okay. And it's an interesting one because this section would actually go below, but I suppose I can worry about that for the animation anyway. Okay, let's leave it for now. I'll hide that layer, move him back. Suppose I just need to decide on the point at which it would split. Like, would a line just down here? Sort of like this. Maybe. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Let's get rid of that layer. Ooh. This one. And then later I'll cut into it, I think. So yeah, I just need to assume. I could even slightly colour it. A little lighter on one side. Ever so slightly. Maybe. His gills. I like what they've done here, where they've done the front of the leg. Comes up to become the gills. A bit like that, I guess. Just angle it. Oh, just the gills. I could even do a something like that. We do have time. Still got time. And then yeah, when it comes to making something feel like an indentation, you just need to imagine where the light's going to hit it. So if you say, the light's hitting it from the front, then you want to put the lighting on the other side. So here, over here. And then you can do a shadow in on the inside, but I might not bother. Keep it simple. Now anyway. Just going with him with his tummy. I think I put a little chip in there, but I think it looks better without. Not sure about the line in the middle either. I might make this slightly bigger. It looks better, more simple. But I might have just done it wrong. I like the lines on the tail. That seems standard. Might just keep them simple elsewhere. But if I can get an opportunity to add some pattern, I think I'll take the opportunity if I can. Don't want to get too overboard with it though. That's quite nice, it's simple. The mouth, I'm not sure. Let's just do the tail. Do like one over here. And then just work on connecting them. One here. Pretty good. Up here as well. Thank you. Just hope it's readable. I think it's okay. It's going to need to be seen sort of close up as well as far away. Exaggerate the mouth a bit. Yeah. That might be worth going around and just sharpening some of the edges. Tail here. Maybe. I can't quite decide how to do the opening. Unless it should be like maybe he splits in two. I'm not sure. Down the middle here. Like that or something. Maybe. According to the story, though, the fish is like, they discover that it opens. So maybe keeping it vague is best. I'm not sure. How many layers of shading do I have here? I do have a slightly darker layer there. Let's just exaggerate that. add some highlighting, but I'm not too sure how to go about it. Let's go back to the detailing and just blend those in a bit. It's probably a way of doing the tail. Everything on time. 5 minutes. Can I be creative in 5 minutes? I've got to think. I want to kind of go with the curvature of the fish. Follow up the tail. So, maybe something like that. Just get the angle better. Ooh, almost. Okay. I like that. That's okay. Now. I suppose the carvings wouldn't just. I suppose here you can see where they've the puzzle is here, how it would slot, and so it is slightly further forward from the center line. Oh, and they've got a little sort of secret key there. Okay. I think I want to make more. Yeah, if I can bring some of these parts out a little bit, I think. Okay, cool. I'm gonna run the ads and take a 5-minute break, grab some water. See you guys back if you want to join me. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. Finding where the fish. So I start doing the. I do want. Some amount of this. Split, but I'm not too sure on the best way to do it. Like, I could go down here and then over here. Ooh, okay. It's not the best. Like that. Maybe that's okay though. Oh. Aha. And then. Now that's the front, and now we have. This is the inside. But I need. No. What am I not doing? Get rid of that layer. Moment of truth. Open the box. That's pretty good actually. Obviously it needs tidying up a lot, but in fact, what is going on down there? Who's this? It's from before, maybe. Hmm. And then this would have a layer over the top. And then within this layer, there's going to be another one, which is even darker. This should align, if I align that with this, then that guides us on. Where the darker portion would be. Sort of works. Let's maybe lighten up this layer. Maybe. Don't want it that colour. Yeah, something like that. Ooh. But maybe it wouldn't be as thick. Maybe it would have a smaller compartment. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe there would be like a compartment, like, I don't know, shaped like this. Let's put him back where he belongs. Hi Julie, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. How's your van? I'm good, thanks. Yeah, just enjoying my office, being back in my office. I moved out so that we could have a friend stay, and then we were like, oh, and while the friend is staying, we'll get the painting done, and that was 6 months ago. So it's good to. It's just one of these things you never get around to. Slowly getting there, baby steps. How do you envision like what's the what am I trying to ask? Like what would be what's the setup you need to be where you want to be? That's the most vague question I could come up with. Does that make sense? Like, oh, as long as there's a steering wheel, you know. Obviously it's not that, but Because I know some people get their vans and they've got like, you know, mini fridges and I don't know, animals hanging around. My granddad had loads of vans, but I think he would buy them aspirationally and then just use them as sheds. Um, so I've spent a lot of time clearing out old camper vans down the end of gardens with all kinds of miscellaneous crap. I like a minivan, so I'm trying to get as much smart storage. Storage boxes will be the base of my mattress. Small electric cooler box, foldable dog crate for my dogs. What? How big is a foldable dog crate? The fact you said crate singular, dogs plural. I was thinking of adding curtains. Went for DIY covers. I saw you cutting out. I briefly saw you cutting out some big sheets of things. It sounds like you know a lot more about it than I do, which is good. I would assume that. A big storage crate. Have you tested the dogs in it? Are they chilling with it? Just watch a lot of YouTube videos. That's you know, hey, this is the 21st century. That's how people learn things. No disrespect there. My entire career is based on what I've learned from YouTube videos. So, if you could call it a career, it's probably the wrong term. Livelihood. Test weekends, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. The worst night of my life was in a minivan because it was the middle of December and we went to see Cheddar Gorge, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but it's with two of my friends. I don't know why we went to Cheddar Gorge in a minivan. This was in 2016. And in December, but there wasn't enough bed space for the three of us, so one of us had to sleep on the floor, and that was me. And turns out that the floor of a camper van is not very well insulated. It's something I remember when I was in the Scouts. Someone said if you're ever cold at night, um, always heat the beneath you. Never like don't be tempted to put a blanket over the top of you because most of your warmth is lost beneath you, which I think I learned quite quickly. I mean, I didn't think I had a blanket or anything. I was just sleeping on the floor of a minivan in December, and God, I don't think didn't sleep a wink. Um, and they're all teasing me the next because then I ended up sort of in a fetal position on uh the tiny little chair, and then they were joking about it the next day. But then the following day, someone else, it was their turn to sleep on the floor, and they were like, "Oh yeah, really comfy, really comfy." Don't know what Lou was complaining about. And then in the morning, they're in the exact same position as I was. So I'll take that as a win. But yeah, Cheddar Gorge is really nice. They don't make cheddar there, or I think like there's very little cheddar. This is where cheddar came from. If you're a fan of cheese, just one type of cheese. Um, but it's a cute town. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, some old Saxon stuff. Is there a thing on cheese? Adding it to your bookmarks. I mean, if you look at this, purely this, and then think I would want to be there, and you know you don't want anything else, then feel free. But I don't think there's much to do beyond that. It's a quaint little village. I'm sure there's like tea shops, but I don't want to overhype it. Tis just a gorge. Oh yeah, it's England. Oh, hey, very welcome in. There are caves in the gorge where cheese is still matured. Is that right? I went to Cheddar Gorge and there was a thing where it said we're the only shop that makes cheddar in cheddar, the only cheddar in cheddar or something. So I assumed, I mean, you wouldn't make that statement based on nothing, right? Um, I'll drive through, see it anyway. Might as well buy some cheese, get a coffee. Hey, feel free. I can't remember the name of the camper van site we were at, but it was quite nice. um, they let you burn wood in a barrel for like £5 or something. It's probably more than that. But I don't know when you're going. Might not be needed. I can't believe this was nearly 10 years ago now. God, I feel so old. Didn't feel that long ago, honestly. Campsites have become expensive. Wild camping. Oh, I respect that. I'm hoping we get the right to roam laws in England. They keep talking about it, but June and July, oh, that'll be. Hopefully summer will have arrived then. Oh, you never know with England. Um, I'll write to my MP. I'll let them know you're on your way. With camping, it's nice and easy in Scandyland. July can be sweltering. We've had two like ropey summers, haven't we? I feel like the last 2 summers have been. We had that really hot summer, and then everyone was like, never again. And yeah. Oh, they have a right to roam in Scandinavia. I didn't know that. Yeah, they've got it in Scotland. But I don't know. We have funny farmers, you know. Hope you won't encounter a crazy heat wave. I mean, camper van's probably okay because you've got it's probably the one of the few things that actually has AC in the UK is vehicles. Our local pride is the last weekend in July. It's either everyone getting heat stroke or raining. Was it raining last pride? No AC. I mean, God, the amount of cars I've been in with no AC in the UK because they cheaped out. Oh, fingers crossed. It's doable. It's doable. It's fine. It's just there's no escape from the heat. That's the thing. Like, unlike other countries. 2024 was a hot one. Last year, there was a really. When did you say weekend in July? I'm trying to remember. There was some. Yeah, there were definitely some hot weekends. But I remember as a whole last summer being pretty cold. Oh, you know what? Oh man, my dates are totally out of whack. What did I do this summer? I'm thinking of 2023. I don't know anymore. The last few years have been blurry. Stuck out in East Anglia. Get the heat and very little rain. It all blends. It can do. I've tried to get into journaling and I just keep forgetting to do it, which kind of defeats the point. And then I try and backtrack and like, it's not the same. I really like the idea of being like, when did I do this? Usually with just like people, like when did I last see Greg or something? 2023 was a downpour year. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, maybe last year wasn't so bad, but I just remember last year being, meh, you know, it was like, meh. You have a lot of empty journals lying around. Not even started, just empty. You gotta do the thing where you like really nicely decorate the front cover, and then it's like it's so nice you can't you can't do anything with it. What do jigsaw pieces look like? But yeah, I was always bad with physical journals, but I thought if I did it on the computer or even on my phone, I was just like just write down roughly what you did that day, and then I went from day to week because some days you don't do anything anything worth noting anyway. Decorating is the most fun, and then you end up not writing in it at all. I started journaling into one. It was quite good. I think I just yeah, it's hard to. I think journaling just needs to be one of these things. I think there's such an aesthetic around journaling and bullet journals and like this sense of being organized and everything, but it's sort of this coat that kind of the novelty wears off. I think it needs to just be um, just something that's reflexive, I guess. Like doing the washing up in the evening. My brother has somehow managed to he blogs every day, and he's done that since 2011 or something. Um, I've always respected that he's able to commit to that. But again, there's nothing pretty about it. He just has this like, he doesn't expect anyone to read it. He just sits down and he just like every evening, and you can tell when he's not in the mood because it's not as long. And but he's just done it. Um, your bujo? I've not heard that term. Purely for bullet journal. I like that. I've not heard bu. Is that what you say, bujo? No, I'm just reading that wrong. Bullet, bujo. It's one of these things I'm guessing you read more online than people say out loud. Bujo. I like that. Um, yeah, I went out and bought. Wait, I need to just before it's that brain crack thing where you like if I talk, you get the like the dopamine from telling people you're going to be organized, and then you don't you then don't follow through. Um, oh, they've even got their own website. It's an institution. They're calling it Bujo. Whoa. Well, but then yeah, and again, my brother's got a journal, and it's a cult. It's their essential leader. What are the signs of a cult? Signs you're in a cult. It's getting a little too deep. Am I in a cult? What would you do if you were in a bullet journal cult? Um, how would you isolate other people? Penalize them for leaving? Um, I feel like bullet journaling is almost defined by the fact people don't do it. So I think they can have trouble with that. I think more people don't bullet journal than do that are into it anyway. Is this a cult? It's a fun question for a Thursday afternoon. What's the closest you've ever been to joining a cult? I've had a couple friends have some dicey. You know when you're like not sure if something's an MLM. That's probably the closest thing you get these days. I remember Rachel, my partner, she does voice acting. I think she got a job through for an MLM once, and I just remember having this evening with her when we were just sort of like, I think she did turn it down in the end. We were just sort of slowly uncovering whether or not this thing was a cult. Which I think, she wasn't joining it or anything. She was just doing work for it, and it was like it's that whole like, is it ethical to do work for an MLM? I've done some weird when I was starting off. It's probably if you did some googling it would come up, but I definitely did some weird quasi-religious stuff. Which I don't know that I would have done when I was doing my illustration freelance. I was getting started. They were like, could you just draw some illustrations of like a guy on a bike, and just sort of vaguely abstract things. I was like, yeah, no problem. And then they would start asking for sort of increasingly strange drawings, and you sort of don't know how deep you are in it. And then they send you the copy for the book, and you're like, it's only happened once. I don't know if it was a cult. I didn't read the whole book. But what do they call it? You know, when people combine science with, it's like something to always look out for. When you combine science with, what's the word? Like new age kind of stuff. It's got a term. Yeah, I just felt a little bit trapped because I'd already done so much work for them. Like it felt weird, doing half the book. It's the kind of thing you learn when you're starting out. Yeah, maybe pseudoscience, is that what I'm thinking of? So yeah, I felt kind of locked in. And again, it's the kind of thing you have to learn to be like, can I see what the book's actually about before I draw it? An illustrator friend of mine once did a series of Catholic for a Catholic magazine. She didn't want to do it, but the money was apparently crazy. Oh well, I've heard the Catholics should have. Well, hang on. I think the Catholic Church has money, was what I was going to say. I'm not going to sort of. Sorry, I'm not trying to make any stereotypes. But yeah, advertising and the Catholic Church. I think that's where the money is. So I've heard. Oh, I was going to make this look like a jigsaw piece. It was definitely a big thing when I was doing graphic design, though. I know there was a big debate about, like, if Google, you'd all be having some beers or something, and then someone would be like, I'd never do any work for Google. And then there are people who say, oh, you got to get paid somehow as an artist, all of us sort of kidding ourselves that Google would sort of send us an email being like, hey, fancy doing... Actually, I had a friend contact me saying they had I don't think it wasn't technically for Google, but they had a contract. They were applying for a contract from Google, but it basically involved me making like 200, like some obscene number of PowerPoint slides, like 200 or something, really boring ones, like just about their institution and stuff. And I think it was between that and me getting the trailer in time to apply for publishing for the Garden Path. So I'm glad, which worked out. So I'm glad I ultimately made that choice. The foundation of the Catholic Church are made of blood and gold. Well, depends how far you go, I suppose. Aren't we all blood and gold? I'm probably not that much gold. That's a fun question for a Thursday afternoon. What percent of you is gold, and what percent of you is blood? I'm thinking... I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm trying to think of someone that's more gold than blood. Maybe my uncle. Catholic Church has a long... Hey, guys. Of patronising the arts. To be fair, I don't know much about the history of the Catholic Church. Oh, sorry, Julie, I didn't see that. Thanks for watching, but yeah, enjoy your lurk. I think lurk is it's an unfortunate term. We need a new, need a new term. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. Well, it looks kind of bad, but does it prove my point? It looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Does the... Where's my jigsaw search? Absolute authoritarianism without meaningful accountability. I feel like that's a harder thing to identify. Anyway, sorry, let's go back to jigsaws. Oh, Cheddar Gorge. Like, I feel like at the moment it kind of looks like I've just sort of drawn a bowling pin on a fish. Oh, I've not closed the... But maybe I'll come back to it. Do some more lining. It's tricky, yeah. Art's hard. Making stuff look like stuff. Why can't stuff already look like stuff? It's actually a much more complex drawing than I was anticipating. I sort of thought. I suppose, yeah, it's because of the animation aspect that I'm sort of anticipating, but not following through with yet. Nightbot's still ticking along. wonder if that link still works. That would be funny if it never worked this whole time. Oh, has it expired? Actually, I was looking at a thing that told... I won't do it now, but there is a way of checking without clicking it. I suppose you could just click it, couldn't you? Everyone was talking about Discord going public. I thought it was public, to be fair. Don't know why I thought that. Just feels like one of those companies. So nothing's really changed in my mind. This looks bad. Why does it look bad? Why does it look bad? It's also the wrong... I managed to move all of my mates over to Matrix and Element. And it's just funny because it's like now used and funded by the German government. And it's kind of like the whole use case is for lads in the UK and the German municipal system. I think there's a lot of open source going on in there as well, but incredibly frustrating experience, unfortunately. As much as I like what they're doing. Yeah, I think that the tricky thing with... oh no! Here we go. Mod hat on. The sword's gone. Where's the sword? Can I... Oh no, I've just got the shoe. Oh no, I pinned it. Delete this message. Did that just delete the pin? Oh, okay. Why? I deleted the message. This is an outstanding member of the community. Is it unpinned now? Where's my sword gone? Shield mode. It is gone, you mean? As long as he doesn't come back. Oh, hang on. Manage suspicious user. Restrict. Suspicious user restricted. This isn't what I did last time, but hey hey. Get out of here, robots. Oh, I just brought up my code. Maybe it's not a robot. Maybe I've ruined his day. Here's what they should do, right? They should bot your channel, right? And then you go, wow, I can't believe today I'm up to like 50 viewers. And they come in going, ha 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 ha. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that feeling? Well, let me tell you. That's what they should do. Get me hooked first. Maybe I could do a little... We could get a little cheeky view botting going. We could bring in some robot pals. Do you think they chat as well? Do you think they have opinions on the Catholic Church? Does that cost extra, maybe? There's a specific package if you want your bots to discuss the patronage of the arts. It doesn't come cheap. Twitch lets you add words that get filtered. Ah, okay. Well, the trouble is he spelt cheap funny. He made the E and the A funny letters that kind of look like E's and A's. So, I don't know. Oh, Stream Boo. Can I ask them if they're in a cult? Yeah, true. I could sit them down and say, hang on. Oh, no. What was it? Is the leadership authoritarian and hard to... Yeah. they'd be like, hang on. Is Stream Boot a cult? Why does this look wrong? I can't. I know why. I know why. It's not. Tempted to Google it. Damn, no. It's gonna be so boring. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be so boring. And it'll probably give you a virus. This is when you go, Lou, I just Googled it, and actually they've got some really interesting ideas about the start of the universe. About creationism. Even though... Oh, what if... Oh my god, what if you pay... You pay for bots, and then you join a cult and you become a bot? Oh, what if all the bots... You know, they're all people who got tempted. There's this army. And now they're paying the price. Now they have to aimlessly wander stream to stream, posting "Let's go" in chat at random intervals. That's what I would do. You wouldn't be able to suspect it. I need someone who's doing that in my stream. I just need someone every... Could I do a bot that does that? That'd be so funny. Just every 13 to 38 minutes, just posts, "Let's go." Can I? Is it rock? Can I do like does Twitch? Do they have a Twitch bots? Do they have a way you can like? Oh, I suppose there's Nightbot. I guess you'd have to pay to get like to name the bot yourself. Could I not run it? I could probably run it as a program. I'm guessing you can develop a bot, and because I'm like, with the Discord bot, you'd have to like run it 24/7. But because I'm only streaming like I could just run it while I was streaming, right? I think. Anyway, just thinking. Just for those moments when the stream gets a little dull. You know, the Catholic Church hasn't been mentioned for long enough. Just spice things back up. Okay, I'm wondering if this dark section should be the light section. Like that. That actually does look better. I've no idea how to get them to work. I suppose I could do it. I feel like it would probably take longer than... I'd feel guilty justifying it in my work hours. Let's put it that way. That looks better, right? Inverted? Because the light is coming... Looks a bit funny. I mean, what would happen is it would get lighter as it was removing. But it's okay. How are we doing on time? Oh, I can probably kill the stream before you guys have to suffer through another ad. I know it's a fish. The eyes make me think of a capybara. I mean, fish kind of have those dead eyes, like... kind of like that. It's a bit more fish-like. I could go for that. I kind of like that, actually. It's my rule with the garden path, is if you can, just make it 1% creepy. You did not have any ads today? Well, I haven't figured it out yet. But I think bundling it in with me taking a break makes sense. Um, so I'll just continue doing that, I think. I feel like without this, this looks more like I can visualize it more. But then with it, I prefer it the other way around. Like, yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know. Maybe I just need to shade it a bit more. It's a bit like that face that um, rotating mask inversion GIF. Yeah, this thing. Sorry, this is a little creepy, but where your brain kind of. Oh, can you guys see that? Don't know why my browsers. So your brain does the flippy flip thing. Um, some people have a bot to remind you. Maybe I should do that. I need a little cute bot with a cute name. We've got Tabblebot on the wiki. Um, oh, this one's going to be. Okay. What? Oh, and I could get it to calculate per minute how many milliliters of water you should drink based on 200 ml divided by minutes of awakeness. What would that be? How many minutes in 20 how long are we awake? 16 hours? 16 hours. 960. Yeah, how much water should you drink a day? Let's go 2.5 because we're hydro homies. So that's what. So I do 2,500 divided by, was it 960? So every minute you got to be drinking 2.6 milliliters of water, lest your throat be dry, your lips be parched, your eyes dry eyes, itchy eyes. Doing my bit. Maybe every minute's too much. Okay, a little bit more shading. And then we'll call it there. This is going to be part of some content that I'm hoping will make it for the patch, but it might not. Can't figure out my layers here. Aha. So annoying, I've got to do it on both layers now, but them's the breaks. Although, I can do sort of suggest maybe there's a split. This is how we do it. Ooh, it would be dark. The light would. Just wondering if it'd be better to do the dark layer in front. That. Yeah, and then the light layer would go behind. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Is it too obvious, though? Maybe it's okay if it's obvious. Just like really subtle. Like that. That looks pretty good, actually. It's coming together. I was having my doubts earlier on. This would be a... Still got the issue of the funny pinball leg. Not pinball. Bowling pin? Bowl pin? Chicken leg. Hey, I'm allowed to insult it. That's how you know you're in a cult. It's just the wrong shape. What have they done here? This is yeah. Maybe I went too big on the jigsaw piece shape. It looks so bad. It's alright. I haven't got enough time to correct it today. I'm just gonna focus on some shading to make myself proud. We'll call it there. I feel like every time I say I'm going to stream, I don't. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna stream on Tuesday. Don't wait for me. Don't look out for me. Oh wait, hang on. Life happens. I just need to. It's not a big deal. I miss them, but I should. I feel like just to fill the void of what to say at the end of a stream, I always say, and I'm gonna be streaming. I just like say a lie basically, because well, not a lie, but something I'm not actually sure I can keep. Ooh, I just realised it kind of. I've got to be careful moving it back and forth. Slightly misaligns. I tried the co-working category today because I flicked through it and it looked more like because I was going through the art category and it was like all VTubers and anime and stuff, and I just thought I don't know how many people browse these pages really, but I just thought co-working was slightly more what I was doing. I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. I'm not sure if anyone joined from the browsing. I thought I'd give it a go. I just couldn't. I swear I've scrolled through art before and it's not looked like that. It was crazy. Not that there's anything wrong. It's just that it's very much a one. You know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Well, to be fair, it's not. Yeah, I just feel like I don't fit in with what these guys are doing. There's clearly a look, isn't there? Not that it matters. Oh, cheers for tuning in, Vey. Appreciate having you here. All the best to your cats. I'm gonna be signing off in a minute anyway. Oh, beware of cults. Yeah, you always gotta look out. Every day, look left and right. I look to the art category. How do you mean? I noticed all the co-working people had Pomodoro timers as well, which I suppose I'm not really doing that. Okay. Let's just take one more look. Ooh. It's okay. It's okay. It's getting there. Still got plenty to do. Ooh. Let's ignore this. Yeah. Last stream of the week, that's a promise. But should stream next week. If you're not following, you fancy following, maybe that's your jam, feel free. Whether you're here live or somehow made it to the end of the VOD. Got plenty to work on. Oh, maybe I'll show. I finished up that. Well, I don't know if I finished it up, but if anyone wants to see how it's looking since we last. Oh, sorry, it's got a bit of sound. Hopefully that's not too loud. Pretty similar, really. The large zone. And I did a script that rescales the edge so that sorry, it's quite loud. I'm just gonna go to the top of the hill. Wait. Climb to the top of the hill. And there we are. Bit of closure from last week's stream. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you might be. Stay cool, stay kind, stay fresh, stay clean. And yeah, take it easy, everyone. Hopefully see you in the next one. Thanks, Victoria. Thanks for sticking with it. And take care. Cheers.